China really did it again, and Qwen 3.5 is out, and it's a big leap in terms of performance. The new model is essentially a new base model with 400 billion parameters, but only 17 of them are active, which is less than the previous iteration of Qwen 3. And what they were able to achieve is a huge speed up in decoding throughput. This means more tokens per second. They use hybrid linear attention, super sparse MOEs, and they did heavy reinforcement learning. This model is multimodal natively and is trained for agents. It has 201 languages and dialects, and it's open weights. So we're going to see everything about it. This is going to be a kind of a long video. I'm going to begin in the first half talking about the benchmarks. I will dive deeply into them. If you're not interested in that and you want me to benchmark it and show actual, results from my testing, jump to like the 6th or 7th minute of this video to see the actual coding. Okay, so let's begin. First of all, these are the benchmarks compared to their previous Qwen 3 max thinking, so their biggest and most powerful model. We have also their vision language model that had 235 billion parameters with 22 billion active. So this is more lightweight, even though the total parameters are nearly 2 times more. They compare it with GPT 5.2, Claude Opus 4.5, and Gemini 3 Pro, meaning all of the frontier LLMs. Of the previous generation at least. So as we can see, it's very good at following instructions, very good at graduate level reasoning, very good to using tools, and also being an agent, agentic interaction. They're also posting some state-of-the-art results on Browse.comp, which is interesting. In terms of coding, it's really lagging behind the competition, specifically GPT 5.2 and Claude Opus 4.5, but the difference maybe is big, maybe it's not huge. We're going to have to check it out. But we see a big jump on the terminal bench too, which is very significant. Like it's a significant improvement versus the previous model. Also, it's doing a better job at vision understanding, which in my opinion is very important for agents to have taste and actual, replication of websites or understanding of videos and images. This is very important, and they also improved on that quite a lot, I gotta say. They got state-of-the-art performance in understanding vision. So here we can see the scaling. So we can see their previous model and their current model. Actually, we can see here the Qwen 3 Max. So you could see the average ranking being here. And we can see as they scaled their reinforcement learning environments, the performance continued to improve, especially for the thinking model, which is reaching a performance above Opus 4.5 without thinking. So I think they're showing us that this scale of reinforcement learning environments is very important for the base model, especially when it's thinking. Now here we can see the decoding throughput. So as we can see, they did a significant jump on both 30K output context and also the biggest context of 256. So the decoding is so much faster than previously. They already have done some improvements with their previous model, which is Qwen 3 with 22 billion active parameters, but right now it became so much more efficient. Here we have even more benchmarks against the competition. I think it would be very tiring for me to show each one of these, but with like a quick through pass, it's very, very competitive at all of these benchmarks, which I find completely amazing. One of the things that we have to factor in is that Chinese models, and in my opinion, Qwen models are a lot like benchmarked. So this model already seems like it's not a very powerful coding model. It's at least not a frontier model in terms of coding, but indeed we can see a huge improvement. And the real competition to it is really Kimi K2, which has a similar amount of parameters and active parameters and also open weight. So in terms of Kimi K2.5, they were able to get some performance improvements across the board with a lot less total parameters, which I find super interesting. And this is vision. So the model is very good at vision. Like in general, it's able to do an amazing job on vision. It's native multimodal, and we could see really the improvement in benchmarks against even the best models out there. Like the improvement is very significant, and this is pretty amazing. We're getting like Gemini 3 Pro, maybe even better in some cases, performance on vision, which is amazing. Like this is supposed to be a very good, well, all-around model. But of course, we gotta test it out. We gotta give it a check, because benchmarks show one thing, but actual coding on our tasks usually is very different. So this is a game that Qwen was able to create. We can see it here. So that looks very interesting. This is like a racing game. It looks a little bit like Mario Kart, even though you have to select these things, like find them. And it looks good. I mean, that's a very interesting result. Also here is how they're creating like a website. So they select web development template and create a sunscreen product introduction website. Let's see the result. This website, for example, looks very good. I don't know if we're able to create a nice website in this case, but it seems like it's doing a very good job, and it was trained to do some very good things. So this is a farming simulator game, and this is how it looks like, which is interesting. So I don't really want to tire you more with all of these things. I think the most important thing right now is to move into checking it out. But before I do so, I just want to show you the pricing. So the pricing for the Plus model, which has 1 million context window and can go to 65k tokens output, is quite aggressive at its pricing. When you use more context, it's becoming a lot more costly, but in general, I think the pricing is quite aggressive. We're talking about 10 times cheaper than Opus 4.6. And when it goes to very large context, which I would not suggest, it gets like 4 times cheaper. So that's a nice scaling. They also got this model, which is essentially the base model, which has some kind of average pricing, but the total context in this case is a lot smaller. I don't know what the difference is, to be honest with you. In this case here, we're going to be using Qwen 3.5 Plus. We can select the thinking version and we can go around and start using it. So let's go ahead here and select thinking. I'm going to ask it to create an interactive Pokemon Pokédex web page. Click play and let's see what the model is going to create for us. So it begins by bringing context in, implementing an index.html, and it tells us to open up a web browser. One thing that I find super interesting is that indeed the model is a lot faster than previously. However, usually they had like some interface where you could actually like test it out and see how it works. I don't see the skills for web dev, etc, which is something a little disappointing. But okay, I'm not gonna be freaking out. I'm just going to click download it, and just go straight up and open it up to see what it is. So this is the Pokédex generation web page. The filter is working, and when you click on one of these, it does nothing. But indeed, it was able to create a small website super fast, so I'm not gonna be freaking out about that. But in all honesty, I expected them to have like this interface that they previously had, where you could potentially select like the interfaces, which I don't see. Oh, it's here actually. I'm a fucking idiot. So you click here, web dev. Let's run it again. Let's do it one more time. Click thinking on. Let's run it once more. I want to see their web dev preview. Maybe it has some more skills to create some better results. They changed the UI massively here. It's a lot more modern. I like it. I think it's a significant improvement. So let's see the result, because I don't want to waste your time. Okay, so let's check out the result. So this is how it looks like. It has a lot more stats, a lot more information. I like it. It looks good. I really also like this Pokédex thing. So yeah, if you select the web dev option, it's able to create a lot better result. And yeah, it looks good. So let's move to the next one. Again, we're gonna go here. You can create a lot of other things here, like you could create web dev, you could have like artifacts. So for example, for making games. So maybe in this case, I'm just going to create a Flappy Bird game. Let's do that. For the first time, I'm using this artifact screen. I usually have never used it before, but let's check what it's going to be able to create. So the Flappy Bird game is ready. Just gonna give you a disclaimer. No model is able to create this game correctly, and I cannot actually play the game for some reason. Okay, so let me try to deploy this on the public. Let's open it up on the website. Let's see if it works here. So I click play, tap, tap, tap. I'm not able to use it, which is interesting. So yeah, what they have done is that they were not actually able to get us this preview ready and preview working. So we gotta take this and put it like maybe on LiveWiv or whatever. That's a little disappointing. Like when fix the markdown and shit. Like it's not that hard to have like an HTML preview playable. Like it's really not that hard. Like LiveWiv is able to do it. Okay, so the game. Okay, this is an interesting result. It's completely bugged out for some reason. In some cases it progresses, in other cases it doesn't progresses. I really like the UI, but it's a little disappointing. Like another LLM that is not able to give the result we expect. So I'm going to go ahead and again select web dev. In this case, we are going to create a full stack website for transformer teaching web pages. This is going to be my final prompt because I really don't have any more time on this video. But again, it feels benchmarked. It's not bad at all. Like it's able to create very compelling, very nice looking stuff. But again, it feels like it has the exact same problems as all of the other LLMs I have tested out till today. Like I'm expecting something better from Qwen. Like they saw potential, they're proving massively, but still it feels like common sense is out of the window with them. Like I don't know why they do it. I don't know at all. And what I see here is that the model is also mixing some Chinese, which is not probably the best thing to do. But let's jump to the result. Okay, so the model is actually very, very fast. So I gotta give them that. You could obviously see the typical issues with this kind of models. That is that they have this very bad coloring of blue and purple, etc. This graph doesn't look good. This doesn't look good at all. Oh my god, like this website feels so 2025. Like the model was very, the model just seems like it's not really interested in working and like thinking a lot. I think they have closed it for some reason here. they don't allow people to do a lot of things, which is a little disappointing. I'm really interested to see if there is any difference in the final result between the Plus model and the typical 17B model. So let's run the query again and see if it makes any difference. But I would say like Qwen is a little bit disappointing again. I expected something better. Let's see this result as well. But okay, I want to give them like the kudos for dropping the prices, making the model faster, improving it a little bit. It's improved. I gotta tell it, it's improved versus the previous iteration, but it's still not a frontier model. It's not a state-of-the-art model. It's lagging behind, and I think like Minimax is gonna be a lot better and a lot cheaper and actually a little bit faster. So I would suggest Minimax M2.5 in this case, or Kimi K2.5 still seems a lot better option in my opinion. Okay, so let's check the result. Let's see if it's any better. Looks a little better, looks a little bit cleaner. So I will give them that. This looks kind of better. Okay, gives us the formulas. Attention is not working at all here. Like, what is this? Okay, this UI looks better, but still model is very, very lazy. Okay, let's run it again. Let's run some more stuff here. Just to check it out. So let me create a Flappy Bird game again. And let me also create the Pokédex again with this model option. Okay, so let's see. This is a Flappy Bird game. Still I cannot play this game. I'm getting angry. Like, come on, Qwen. It's not that complicated. Back to LiveWiv. Okay, so let's try and play the game. Okay, so this feels like the original Flappy Bird experience. I want to give them like this works a lot better. The game in no case is easy, but it's not as hard as most models make it to be. I love the UI, it looks very, very great. So yeah, I would say this is a good result. This is a good result. I expected something a lot worse. So let's make again a Pokemon Pokédex. In general, if you're interested in using Qwen through the chat interface, just use this model. Don't use the Plus model. It's completely obvious that this model is a lot better than the Plus model. I have no idea what the Plus model is. Like, I don't get it. I don't get what's the difference. They just released a single model. I don't know what this Plus thing is, but it's obviously a lot worse than this one. So let's build the Pokemon Pokédex. Let me show you the result, and then you can move forwards to do whatever you want with your life. Okay, so this is how it looks like. And yeah, this is a good result. Like, I like it. I like it a little bit better than the first one. It looks a lot more clean. The UI looks more nice. So yeah, of course it's not perfect. There are a lot of things to improve, but it looks a lot better. Like, this is a very nice response for the Pokédex. Let me check if this is working. So it's working. I would like if it would have a filter for the type of Pokemon, but still fine. We see the stats, looks good. Happy with that. So yeah, this model is indeed an improvement versus their previous iteration. It's in no way a state-of-the-art model. It's a good open-weight model, but it's just that. There are a lot better alternatives on the market. It's quite obvious that Qwen is lagging behind the competition right now, and the results are a little bit, benchmarks.